And we're live.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Hi, Ryan. How's it going?
I'm good. Seems like you're in your kitchen.
I am in my kitchen. It doesn't just seem like it. It's also actually the case.
Oh, I'm also in my kitchen.
I was going to say it seems like you might be in your kitchen. It's a little hard for me to tell, though.
Yeah, it's not as clear. It's not as clear. I can open a cabinet door maybe. That's the only telltale sign.
Yeah.
So how's it doing? How's it going?
It's been another weekend. It's been 2 weeks since our last dinner party, and seemed like it might be time for another one, huh?
I agree. And Neil, I think we should do something special this time.
Go on.
I think since we're both in our kitchen very serendipitously, we should make our dinner live on the show tonight.
I think you might be onto something, and I do love the film Serendipity, starring famous people.
Yes, but someone I think would need to help us, Neil. Who do you think could help us cook a meal tonight?
That's true. Luckily for us, I have in my phone a friend named Chef Joanna, who I have on call for these things.
Oh wait, we forgot to thank Frigid. Sorry.
Oh yes. Well, before we get our hands literally dirty, let's thank Frigid New York for hosting yet another dinner party with Ryan and me. I'm Neil. That's Ryan. If you're just tuning in, my goodness, what brought you here? What brought you here? Put that in the comments. You can comment. Our wonderful tech Amanda will add some comments to the screen, and if you are posting on social media about this evening's experience, you can use the hashtag #MyDinnerWithRyaneil. Ryaneil is our celebrity couple name.
Yes, it's our portmanteau.
That's right. Back to
the segue, which we had lined up.
Let's bring on Chef Joanna.
Hi.
Hello. How's it going, Joanna?
It's going really well. How's it going with you too?
Great.
Yeah.
So Joanna, as you may know, we're hosting a dinner party here on Frigid's internet portals. And Ryan and I thought it would be lovely if you could help us cook dinner tonight.
I would love to help you cook dinner tonight.
Yeah.
In mind?
Well, I have what appears to be the makings of pad thai ingredients. Ryan, what do you got?
That's so weird. I also have the makings for pad thai ingredients.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're following us on Facebook, you also have ingredients.
So Joanna, you wanna guide us through, and we can chit chat over the course of the evening?
Sure, I can scrounge up some Thai ingredients and see what we can find.
Love it. I love it. How serendipitous that you also had these ingredients on hand.
Bonus points for serendipitous use twice. I like it.
It's like our secret word of the evening, but we don't realize what it is until it's too late.
Right. Yeah. We had nothing.
All right. Well, there's a very good chance that there might be a few people who are also serendipitously in possession of the ingredient list.
Could be.
And I sent a few of those out over the internet. Yeah. So to that end, let's go over our mise en place.
French words.
Oh.
So does everyone know what mise en place is? I can give you a little rundown.
Something in place.
Stuff in place.
What? Stump in place?
Stuff, like stuff and things, like things and stuff.
The stuffs and the things. So mise en place in culinary, there's two parts to it. You get all of your equipment together, and then you get all the ingredients to the stage they're called for in the recipe. Right. And you do those two steps before you start cooking. So a little bird told me that you've already done maybe a hair of that in advance, but we can go over that real quick.
Let's check in visually with what we all have, because this is where the fun begins, I think.
Okay, so here's what we've got. I have another camera set up if it's easy to do.
Oh, that. Amanda. Oh, dang, that looks good.
Fabulous. Okay, so the mise en place is more than just the ingredients. We also need a big ass pot. Ooh, that's close. Here's what it looks like in this camera.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need the lid for this. I just always make sure that I have a lid for every pot that I own.
Right.
You probably need a vegetable peeler and a microplane, a knife, a couple of knives maybe, a couple of you have plates that you're going to serve everything on. Oh, Ryan, I like that. I like your walk.
I clean it every time I eat.
I do have plates. Are they a 7:30 thing, or can I get them out later?
Well, part of the mise en place is that when the food is ready, you want to be able to put it on plates rather than run around the kitchen while your food's getting cold.
Fair enough. All right, now I have the plates.
Fabulous. Let's see how handy it is when we're all in our kitchens.
Yeah. Oh, I found my knife too.
I got plates.
It's like a little treasure hunt in the house.
These are wedding.
Room.
You got these at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Black rim. Or you have to use both.
Yeah. Well, my wife eat this too.
Okay, so I have my little buddy here. Dead now. It's just a Lego minifig.
Should I have one too? I don't have any figurines in my kitchen.
I could probably get something maybe.
The mascot. So that's my baby chef. You're also going to need a pot so that you can have some. I like it.
It's our Maltese Falcon.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just a movement now. At the end of the day.
Is it decapitating because it had liquor in it?
It might have liquor in it. No, it doesn't at this moment, but we should. We really should.
And then you need a pot for your noodles.
I got my big old Dutch oven going.
Okay.
Well,
I usually have an electric kettle because that makes the water get hotter faster. And then at the last minute, I can just pour that on top of the noodles. It's just a handy thing to have in the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm going to use a shallow pan for that because I can put all the noodles in less water that way. And you're going to need a colander for the noodles.
Okay.
These are the things that people forget when they do the lessons in person. So it's easy to get these out of the way. I like it. I have one exactly like that, I think, Ryan.
So it's okay. It's not brushed metal.
No, it's not. Mine is the collapsible kind.
I should get one. Like it's always like trying to find space for things.
Yeah, well, so before COVID, in the before times, in the before times, I used to bring everything to my clients' homes, do these kinds of cooking lessons, and it would be like, poof, cooking school in your house. But then nothing happens. So now I have everything in my house, all over my house. So yeah, so that's the one I used to take, and it's just handy to have by the kitchen. And then you're gonna need like spatulas, and I like to use some chopsticks. And I even have some, like these are regular chopsticks, and I even have some Asian cooking chopsticks that are as long as my arm. Those are when you're trying to not burn yourself. Very good.
Great.
I don't think these are cooking.
These are
They're
just
like pretty.
eggs. It'll do a good job.
I think I stole these from a roommate of many years ago. Like I'm not sure how I came into possession of these.
Okay, is this a confessional? Because if it is, I'm not going that way.
Daniel, watching.
Forgive me, chef, for I have sinned. I've stolen.
This is standard roommate leftover stuff.
I stole this handy dandy measurement conversion magnet from a house party 18 years ago, and the people who hosted the party, I have no idea who they are, but I hope they're doing well, and I'm sorry. Oh God. Kelsey has a question. Hang on here. I saw recently that you're supposed to put the colander in the pot and drain, keeping noodles in the dish, meaning the pot, rather than dumping the noodles into the colander. Does Chef Joanna have any thoughts on this?
Interesting question. So if I was making spaghetti, so you're saying like keep the colander in the pot like this, and then the next minute just lift the noodles out.
I don't know if I can demonstrate it now, but it's like you put the colander up against the pan, take them over to the sink, drain the water through the colander, and you're still holding the pan, and the noodles are in the pan rather than in the colander. Yeah, Ryan's got it.
Oh, that's how I drain beans out of a can with a little sieve. I put the sieve right in the can and drain the beans out that way.
Okay.
That looks like literally a hot mess. Like I would spill hot water all over myself and everyone near me and the entire kitchen.
Interesting.
The thing about cooking it while it's in the colander, no, I like it's easier to drain before it. I would be pouring it out of the skillet pan that I'm cooking in into the colander and then just letting it drain that way. And plus, since we're using rice noodles, we don't want to keep any of that extra starch on it. If you're using regular wheat noodles like spaghetti, then you might add some of that starchy water back to the dish. But that's neither here nor there. Shall we begin cooking?
Yeah.
And
okay.
Joanna, if you could weave in a little something while we do this, what makes a dinner party for you?
What makes a good dinner party?
Yeah.
Me not cooking it. Okay, so no one ever invites me to a dinner party because everyone's embarrassed about, oh my gosh, she's going to talk about my food. Well, of course, everyone's going to talk about your food. I just have a better opinion about it than other people would. Fact. But just like 8 or 10 people hanging around. Nobody has any agendas. Yeah, that's fun. Just
Love it.
party games and drinking.
Do you prefer someone else cooking, or do you prefer it like catered? Like let's go to a restaurant, so that way everyone's like not on edge.
Oh, just a passport party is fine pre-COVID. But no, in general, they're a caterer. These people need work. But you can always just make things that you don't have to attend to, like a lasagna. Throw together a salad in advance, and have the kind of dessert that you don't have to fuss with a whole lot. You can just cake and ice cream, even if it's not a birthday. Why not?
Perfect.
I do love both of those things.
Yeah. All right, let's get cooking.
Okay. So, do you want the full Monty? Do you want the full cooking lesson?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As much as
So when you're going to put oil in a pan, you should put the pan on the heat first, so that and the way you can tell that the pan is hot enough, add your oil, is you can just add a little drop of water. And when the water's gone, the pan's hot enough.
Oh.
So here's another little cooking tip is I just keep this is actually an Ouzo bottle, but you can keep a wine bottle next to the stove with a little thing in, so you can do a little drip of water when you need a little water.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to the sink, so I'm not just kind of like
it's very jarring to see you just pour water into thin air, and I thought she's making this in your kitchen.
Sort of what are we like medium heat?
You can medium high. I'm probably this is an apartment, so I'm cooking on electric instead of gas. I'm
having mechanical problems here that are all my fault.
Okay.
I cleaned my stove earlier like a fool.
You cleaned your stove?
I cleaned my stove. I thought people might look under the burners on this show, and now I realize that's never going to happen.
Did you blow out your
we judging the whole time. Yeah. All right. So if you need to have your water on the hob or burner or whatever, and it's going to need to be at least to a simmer.
Okay.
So do that first while your pan is heating up.
Got it.
And then you can use a little piece of shelf liner underneath your cutting board.
Oh.
And that keeps the cutting board from sliding around.
Okay.
So that's it. Danger, danger. If you don't have that, you can use a damp paper towel and flatten that out.
I've got a little jar opener that's basically a shelf opener.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I got one of those.
It's safer when you have a
The same one.
Look at that. Dollar store?
Horrible.
This might also have been stolen from, I think, but it might have been one of my wife's roommates. So,
No. Naughty.
All right, so just because you guys seem to be working ahead, you did a lot more prep than I did, which is impressive. Did you already cook your chicken?
no.
Oh,
I did chop it, but I didn't cook it.
That's fine.
I have uncooked tofu.
Fabulous. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not telling you to do something you already did and wasting your time.
I would be totally happy to pretend that I'm doing it if that's.
Okay, so when your water is gone out of your pan, then you're going to add a little bit of oil to it. I'm going to use coconut oil tonight.
Oh, darn! I just have olive oil. I thought I was fancy. It's extra virgin. That's good, right? So you want more virgin than less virgin, right?
To cook with? You don't cook with extra virgin. You use janky stuff like Neil's got.
Yeah, just basic vegetable oil. Extra virgin isn't for cooking, Ryan. Now, look, you're already learning things.
Extra virgin, is that the only oil you have?
I think I have some like Wesson vegetable oil.
That's
Lesson.
right, because in Asian cuisine, there's no olives.
Oh.
That's why it's more delicious.
You don't like olives?
I don't see the point of them.
I
big salty guy.
the other night, and all I put on it was a black olive paste.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
So I like salty foods, and I don't love olives, and I think it just seems weird. I feel like I could. All right, so I'm pouring the oil in.
I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of oil in your pan.
Tablespoon of oil. Got it.
And when take one piece of tofu or one piece of chicken, put that in the pan right away. And when that sizzles, you know that the oil is now hot enough to add everything else in.
Okay.
So you're going to let your food do the talking.
Got it.
Oil in. And then
I hear sizzling. How do I know if it's the tofu sizzling versus the oil?
The oil should not be sizzling because you should have let the water boil out first.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, that didn't happen?
Piece of chicken in.
I may have gotten overly eager here.
It's okay.
It's definitely hot. Like it's a warm pan for sure. How hot it is, I can't say.
Okay.
Should I be like flipping this chicken as well? Like, should it like?
I didn't hear your question, Ryan.
Should I like flip the chicken so it gets both sides, kind of a deal?
You'll flip it, but you want to add it when the oil is hot. So if the oil is not hot enough, you don't want to put all the chicken in there because it'll just sear.
Okay, so it's too hot. I need to turn it down. I think I
I'm going to start that whole instruction over. It'll be quick.
Okay.
When the oil is hot,
yes.
then you add all the chicken.
Okay.
So in the same way that you added some water to the pan, so that when the water boils off, you know that the pan is hot.
Yeah.
One little piece of whatever you're cooking in the pan in the oil. When that starts sizzling, you know it's hot. Then you can add the rest of the chicken.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I got it.
Okay.
We are not rule followers here.
Well, this is pretty much one of those dishes. As long as you're not eating raw chicken, you can't really hurt anything too badly.
Good to know.
Should I have you sign waivers and stuff?
To do what?
Should I have you sign a waiver? Can I get a verbal waiver on the TV? Yeah.
Far too late for that. It's already begun.
Damn. All right. Okay, so once your chicken's in there, you can give that a little toss, a little swish, tofu, same deal. You want to little brown crust on all the edges of your toasties.
Okay.
Maybe 2 out of 4 sides is adequate.
Okay.
I prefer toaster that is it's got a little give to it, not like sponge texture.
What's the best way to keep from hot oil getting on my laptop?
Oh, actually, I have an answer for you.
Oh.
Yeah, I've meant to get one of those.
You can get them at the dollar store. They're $1.
Ryan, can I get them at Five Below?
Sorry, what was it? I was trying to get my ticket. I work at Five Below. So if you get our emails, it's me.
That's right.
I'm probably not even supposed to say that public.
I understand there's one in the mall in Chattanooga, but I haven't been there.
Oh.
I can check. I know there is one in Chattanooga. I remember. So definitely go check it out.
Right. So once your chicken is cooked, you can add some of the scallions and some of the garlic.
Should I be dicing the garlic or smushing it?
Very good question. Do you love garlic, or is garlic just kind of a friend you like to invite over for a minute?
I'd say I love garlic. I mean, I would say we're very good friends.
Okay. The more you crush the garlic, the more it's going to be garlic flavored. Okay. So you can use, not anything commercial, but you can use something like a microplane like this. And just grind the hell out of it.
All right.
Makes a beautiful little puree. I can show you on mine.
Okay, I don't think I have one of those. So I might just smush them.
You can smush it. Like it, Neil.
Yeah.
So with the chef's knife, you just crush it like that, and then you can just dice it. Mush it up. Or you can go Godfather style and pull out a razor blade.
Amanda says it's a smusher of garlic.
Yeah.
Smush is good.
And also, when you're crushing garlic, even if you're using like a garlic press, if you want all the health benefits of it, you're supposed to let it rest for a few minutes.
Oh, before chopping it or dicing it, whatever that.
After dicing.
Okay. And then what's the best way to get the smell off of your hands afterwards?
Oh.
Rub your fingers with stainless steel.
Oh.
So you can just get a stainless steel spoon, or you can spend $7.95 for one of those fake steel bars of soap that they sell.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of people who just rub their hands on the sides of their sinks. They have a steel sink.
Oh. Huh.
All right.
Be careful, Ryan. I'm going to dare you to stop me.
My cutlery might be stainless steel.
Huh?
I think my cutlery is stainless steel. I would think it is. Maybe.
Yeah, use a tablespoon.
So, Joanna, while we're moving our various scallions and such, what's the best dinner party you've ever been to?
As a chef or as a guest?
Both.
Your choice. Let's start with guest.
Guest. I went to a wine tasting party, and what was nice was that there was a lot of wine, and I don't remember the food.
Oh.
I'm pretty good.
There was smashed potatoes. I remember that there was smashed potatoes. That's all I remember.
All right.
And we all needed them because we drank so much wine. The best dinner party that I catered was the one that gave me the best story. I don't know if you were old enough to know Body by Jake.
Yeah. Ryan's very familiar with Body by Jake. Body by Jake.
Yes.
Let's see the guns, Ryan.
He's the P90X guy.
He was the guest of honor.
That's pretty Horton, Neil.
Mm.
He was 2.5 hours late.
Some guest, or some honor, I guess.
So, but I was making filet mignon and kubiliak, which is like a salmon in a crust.
Ooh.
And so super fancy. But the he was so late that I was like, okay, take the meat out of the oven, take the fish out of the oven. Oh, he's coming, he's not coming. Put it back in, take it out. And so I'm standing there, and my servers are looking at me like, we're getting paid for this, right?
Right.
He eventually shows up. And so I bring her out. The host wanted me to bring the platter around to show everyone before I cut up the meat because it was a whole filet.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, I went back in to go check on everybody afterwards, and he's like, this is good meat. That's now an
praise, you know?
My family. It's good meat.
Good meat.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like he's like from the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And they call it meat.
All right. Marilyn Stewart asked in the comments, why can't I smell anything yet? Marilyn, we haven't invented that technology yet, but I'm working on it.
Oh, yeah, that's $1 million idea.
Yeah.
All you need to do, Marilyn, is cook along with us, and you can smell at your own house.
True. True. Hey, Joanna, technical question for you here on the microplane front. I've got all these extra great garlic bits on my plane. How do I get them off into the?
Smack it.
Smack it. Okay. Apologies to the viewers at home. Great. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to mess with garlic and onions on my plate. So now we need to take a pause and mix up the sauce because when it's time to mix the sauce,
okay,
it will be too late to do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So your sauce is, I'm going to put my here in the corner, is going to be 2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Okay.
Unless you're me, I love lemon juice, so I'm adding a little bit more. About 2 tablespoons of fish sauce.
2 tablespoons fish sauce.
Oops. Do not smell the fish sauce.
Got it.
Do not like that. Marilyn, I bet you could judge smell-o-vision from the fish sauce from this far away. That's the nature of fish sauce. You can add your dry shrimp. Is anyone else using dried shrimp?
Oh, I couldn't find dried shrimp, so I'm skipping it.
That's okay. You can skip it.
Okay.
But it's one of those things that, I mean, like, I don't like shrimp. If you don't use dried shrimp, it doesn't taste right.
Got it.
That fish sauce.
Ooh,
Sorry,
yep.
Ryan, what was that?
The fish sauce smells very pungent. It's very pungent.
Yeah, when I was in culinary school, that's what we would, if you would mess with my mise en place, people would like, I would put fish sauce in your Coke.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Terrible.
And then a couple tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay.
The browner, the better. That's some dark sugar.
Are there different like color levels of brown sugar? I wasn't aware.
Yes, there's light brown and there's dark brown. It's just molasses that's in it. So you have, and if you don't have brown sugar and you only have white sugar, you can just add some molasses.
Okay.
Everyone
I
has
do.
no one has it. And you should cook with it all the time. It adds great brown flavors. If that's an actual thing, brown flavors. You
said 2 tablespoons of brown sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Scant. Like, do you know what scant means? It means like a little bit less than a full tablespoon.
Okay.
And when you're measuring a tablespoon, it should be like even.
Gotcha.
Okay. Was I supposed to put scallions in when I put garlic in?
The scallions and the garlic are supposed to be in with your tofu.
Okay, good. I did that.
You add them after. Don't worry.
That.
Ryan, don't worry.
Scallions, help.
Neil, don't panic. Don't panic. It's just, like I said, if it all just goes in at the end and you're not eating raw chicken, you'll be fine.
Great. These are scallions that we grew in our kitchen. By we, I mean my wife.
Oh, nice. Do you do the thing where you like grow the bottom and then keep cutting the tops off?
Yeah, basically that's the one thing we learned in 2020.
You can do that with romaine and with celery too.
Oh yeah. The bottom of my pan is getting a little crusty. Can I add oil or should I add something else to it to like get some of these bits off?
Done? Can you show me? Can you show me without dumping it into your laptop? I think it looks pretty done.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you can just remove that to another plate.
Okay.
Okay, mine done too, and I just was keeping it on the low heat because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So
Yeah.
Okay.
now I know.
When the chicken is full done, you can remove it to another plate.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we got fish sauce. I got brown sugar. I got lemon juice.
Right.
Okay. Did you get any chili there? Cayenne
Chili,
pepper. I use cayenne and probably too much sometimes.
Let me show you what I used. Joanna, I'm gonna maybe send you some of this. This is made by a friend of the show, Rob Alessiani. The brand is called Trust the Sauces Sprankle. This is also not sponsored content.
Yeah. Okay, how much chili powder? To taste. To taste.
To taste.
To taste.
It's to taste. I would say you could start with like a quarter teaspoon if you're not Texas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm going to now pour my hot water over my noodles
Okay.
and just let them rest. And I'm going to put a timer for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
And so if we all do it at the same time, we can go by my timer.
Great.
Okay.
And that 15 minutes is like the minimum because they won't be done probably. How thick are your noodles? Are they like quarter?
Yeah.
Let me see what this says. Traditional pad thai rice noodles ready in 5 minutes.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
if you're boiling them the whole time. If you just pour water over them and let them rest, then it'll probably work out as I'm describing.
Great. Let me get that moving.
Okay, so now you should have everything should be out of your pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good. And then, so I have my recipe up, magnetized to the microwave up here, so that's why I'm keep looking up here.
Oh, okay.
Clever.
We've got, so now we're going to do the second round where we're going to put in another portion of the garlic, another portion of the scallions,
Okay.
and then we're going to crack our eggs on top of that.
Got it.
Okay.
How many garlics? Again, kind of depending on whether I like or love them.
Yeah, like two.
Okay.
2 garlic, 4 scallions. And for the kids at home, I always like to make sure I explain, this is a head of garlic. This is a clove of garlic.
Classic concern.
I do have more garlic, so I can somewhat participate in this, even though I doused all of my scallions.
Oh, your scallions are all cooked? That's fine.
Yeah. I did a really bad job paying attention. So I apologize to you.
I'll get in the end of the dish. It's just this is the part where we're gonna season the eggs and the eggs and the garlic and the scallions, and then sauce all goes together.
And I want them in my pan.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
There's garlic everywhere. I love it.
Do this, Ryan. Can you put some of those onions back out of your chicken?
Yeah, I could try to pull some
If you
scallions
put
out.
the garlic in straight away, you could risk burning it, and I'd hate for you to do that because that burnt flavor is the worst.
Okay. Should I move I'll just move everything to a bowl?
Of the chicken?
Yeah.
Where's the chicken now?
Where is the chicken now, Ryan?
Where's your chicken?
It's still in my pan.
Oh, yeah.
Supposed to move.
I figured it out like 10 minutes ago.
Oh. I thought you said just move it. See, again, for the people at home, I was supposed to screw this up to make this more interesting. That's what happened. I want everyone to be aware this was intentional, so people understand what it's like. It's not easy.
Really blurring the lines of what's a script and what's not.
Yeah.
All right. My garlic's going in a pan that has been empty of tofu for several minutes now.
Okay, but the garlic and the onions, right?
Oh, onions too. Thank you.
Okay.
I knew I had my scissors out.
I don't want the garlic to burn. Are you using scissors?
Kitchen shears for. It's a very Korean mother thing to do, I'm told.
Yes, it is. I didn't know that was part of your heritage. I like it though.
It's not, but I thought it was a movie once and I liked it.
I think in Peru too. I think in Peru they only use scissors. They don't use knives and cutting boards.
Particularly for scallions, it just makes a lot more sense.
Well, you could kind of bruise them if your scissors aren't that sharp.
Yeah.
Okay. It may be too late at Ryan's house, but if you read the mise en place, you were supposed to save a pinch of them raw so that you could garnish on top.
We got a lot of scallions here, so I'm not concerned about them.
Okay.
I'll try.
You can garnish with the cilantro.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have cilantro still.
Okay.
Right.
Don't put all of your cilantro up. Okay, I'm going to make sure we're all on the same page. So when I do my cooking lessons, that's my on the same page alarm.
Quiet coyote.
I like it.
Hands up, mouth shut.
So at this point, we should have noodles in water. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one. I had one thumb. I was waiting for the other thumb. Noodles are in water. Very good. And all of the protein cooked.
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you got there? Your eggs?
Egg. Yeah.
Not yet.
Egg. Okay. Putting them down.
You need to add a little bit more oil to your pan. That's a good time to do that as now.
Okay.
And now I'm going to put the garlic and the scallions in all at once.
Okay. All right.
And at this point, you can drop the heat because you don't want to make your scrambled eggs too hard.
Okay.
All right. So scramble some eggs.
And then if you can look over at this cutting board, I'm going to show you a way I do the carrots. If you have a peeler that's like this, that's got double edge like this, blades, you can go up and down on the peeler and peel a whole carrot really fast like that.
Oh, wow. Can I do that with a cucumber too?
You can do it with anything. I've done it with a sweet potato, but a regular potato seems to not work so well.
Oh, guys, I got a double yolk in one of my eggs.
Congratulations.
Did you say a double yolk?
Yeah. Second luck, I assume it is.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a compliment for the bird's eye view.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it is a real treat to have. So thank you again to our tech Amanda and everybody at Frigid New York for allowing us to do this. Kelly Mohan, thank you for appearing.
And this is a julienne peeler. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No.
Does it just mean it has teeth?
It has teeth. So watch.
I do have a mandolin slicer. Oh, wow.
Oh.
So
this
with my
has that feature in a mandolin that except this you can just get rid of quickly. It's clean, easy to clean. Ryan?
Should I put in my bean sprouts while you're putting in your carrots?
Yes.
Okay.
So my household is anti-bean sprout.
Oh.
So, oops. So that's why I won't be using those. I'm using carrots instead. But if you have some carrots, you make it look pretty. It's just not very. It's not a traditional addition to this recipe.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Hey, so can we talk about something kind of weird a second?
Okay.
Yes.
We'll allow it.
Thank you. So there's like this kind of like brouhaha about the term authentic.
Say more.
Have you heard of any of this?
I've heard,
No.
I think, a little bit of it, but I don't know like where the debate is at this moment. I'm probably 3 years behind on the course.
So I'm paying really close attention to not use the word authentic, because if you're saying that something's authentic, it's because you're imitating someone who that's their culture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like appropriating their food, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
I'm saying that doing this is not a traditional way of doing it, but it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things. And I was wondering if either of you had heard any of that in the big city, since, all in Tennessee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in my world, authentic is like if like a Instagram influencer is being like true and authentic. Like, oh, that's a real person. They are authentic. They're not some corporate shill.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. I guess I've heard it in the food world, and I also have like a friend who talks about it, and I think she's not in the food world like professionally or recreationally even, but I think she has opinions about it, like, oh, there's nothing authentic. Authenticity is bullshit, which is a different take entirely on this.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, unless it was like the what you grew up with and your parents brought it with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I just find that in my cooking, I have to do so many substitutions because I can't find the right ingredients.
Right.
Spending a fortune. Okay, so by now your scallions should be nice, gently cooked. A little garlic in there. Now we're going to add the egg. Now, if you're vegan or you can just go with more bean sprouts.
Okay.
If you're vegetarian and you just want to use eggs, you can just use eggs.
Cool.
Okay.
When you do the eggs, you're going to crack them straight in the bowl or in the cooking pot and immediately just start stirring.
Okay.
So that's the tricky part. When you start stirring, you don't want scrambled eggs. You want to kind of have a custard. Okay. So when it starts looking like it's almost dry, pour in all the sauce.
All right.
So more eggs.
Do that.
When it's looking like it's dry, more eggs.
Check your noodles.
Go check my noodles.
5 minutes left.
Convenient. Well, those are noodles, all right. How do I know if they're sufficiently noodly?
Pick one out and bite it.
They're kind of a mass here. Hang on. This water is hot. And the oil should be on very low or a little above low. What are we looking for there?
Medium low, because you don't want the eggs to wait. The cooking water,
The oil.
the scallions and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be on like medium low. Like I said, you don't want the eggs to just be on fried eggs immediately.
Yeah. Joanna, while we have you, tell us a little bit about your the cooking classes you offer and other Chef Joanna services.
Joanna services. I'm primarily doing cooking lessons over video.
Oh, at chefjoanna.com. Sign up.
All day.
Yeah.
Except I have a chef's jacket on instead of my Roscoe shirt.
How did you get into it? Like, what was like? You know what? Well, let's give this a shot.
Oh, I used to do human resources, and it became one of those things where either I was going to get. Oh, that sound you heard was a chopstick falling to the ground.
Oh.
Don't worry, I've got more.
Mm.
It was the job that I was doing before when I decided that I didn't want to do HR anymore was auditing I-9 documents for a company in Los Angeles.
Got it.
So that was an unhappy time. So I went home and I, had my kind of soul searching moment and said, okay, if I was going to do something, what am I going to do? I don't think I want to keep doing HR. What do I like to do? I like to cook. And fortunately, the culinary school that I wanted to go to is 2.5 miles from my apartment. And the rest is history. So can you see my eggs now?
Oh yeah, hang on. I'm still playing with noodles over here.
That's okay.
From their mass.
I had a dog named Noodles.
Oh, that's a great dog name. Noodles.
I'm worried mine looks like. I'm worried that mine looks like scrambled eggs.
Okay, so you cook them just enough. Pour your sauce in right now.
Okay. Pour the sauce. Take it off the heat. No heat? Is that what I hear? Is that correct?
If your eggs are dry, I'll hold mine up to the face camera.
Okay.
Ooh, how do you think? Can you tell that they're still a little runny?
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as that runniness goes away, but they're not dry, that's when it's done.
Okay.
Is anyone else cooking along? Could you mention so in the chat?
Oh yeah, those who.
I know I sent out a bunch of requests of recipes.
Oh, am I supposed to add the peanuts in? I'm like looking.
Peanuts are a garnish.
Oh.
I am chopsticking my egg around.
Was I supposed to add the cilantro in at some point? Or is that
Garnish.
Also a garnish?
Garnish.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry that I'm making you anxious that you feel like you've left a bunch of stuff out.
I think my connection's a little wonky tonight, so I'm like, did I miss somebody saying something, or it's on me?
All right,
I'm in the custard stage.
So if you've reached the part where they're, like I said, they're mostly dry, just before you go to add this sauce back in, give it a good stir so that you loosen up all that brown sugar that might be stuck at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That right over the top.
All right.
Now you can add about half of your sprouts. So those are incorporated in. And how did you feel about your noodles?
I felt that they were mostly done, a little clumped together, definitely need to soak apart from each other a bit. And maybe we're getting very, very close to that now.
Okay, because my 15 minutes is up.
Oh, okay.
So,
Time flies.
but you may have different noodles.
That's true.
So I'm just going to, whoever was asking, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm like, oh yeah! See what I said?
Oh.
Hot water down my pants.
That's a first on this show, believe it or not. Or other guests have managed to not have hot water on their pants yet.
Well, I will look to that in the future.
Right. That on the old resume.
All right, now I'm going to put those noodles in.
Okay, adding the noodles to the mixture. Did I add the chicken? Did I miss the chicken step, or was chicken still hanging out?
Chicken's going to be the very next thing after you add the other half of your sprouts.
Okay.
Am I draining my noodles? I've missed.
If your noodles are done, then you should drain them.
Okay.
You would also like to commiserate and spill hot water down your pants?
No thanks.
Okay.
I appreciate the offer, but.
You know, chefs always joke about their fingers are made out of asbestos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently my belly is. Because I barely felt that until it was a little too late.
Oh, because of the heat. Yeah, I get you. Okay. I didn't get that.
You have to take care.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm a little behind everything tonight, apparently.
All right. I'm going to dump my noodles in my sauce and my eggs.
Okay.
We're getting very close here.
Yes, we're very close.
Joanna, here's a non-cooking question for you. Maybe it's a cooking question for you. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll take this where you need to. What's like a low stakes opinion? An opinion you have that's controversial about something that's very low stakes. Oh,
Controversial. That's low stakes.
What's that?
yeah. Hang on here. Hello.
Ooh. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Saved by the guest.
Hey.
Katie, what's up?
I just wanted to pop in because you guys were talking to me about like redoing the logo. So
Yeah.
I've been like sketching all day, really coming up with some golden things. So I wanted to show you guys some of my ideas. Okay, so the first one is this, and it's Ryan's son really being very forceful, saying, if my father ever stops the show, I will run away. And I've renamed the show Food Dudes with Ryan and Neil, with Neil and Ryan.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
Yep.
So it's a familiar pressure to like really keep the show going. You know, you don't want to give up because then your son will disown you.
Yeah, that's
what do you think?
I don't love that one just because Declan is so young. I think he's a little too young to run away.
Well, that's his decision, according to this. He's already made up his mind.
All right.
Doesn't matter if he's too young. It's a matter of when, Ryan.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't love that one. We don't love that one. That's okay. That's okay. So I have this one. And it's two dogs at a dinner table. And the one dog is saying, I wish Ayn Rand wrote more books.
Oh, no.
And then the other dog is saying, tell me more. And I renamed the show Dog's Dinner with Neil and Ryan.
So which dog am I in this scenario?
I think you're the Ayn Rand dog. You're the dog with the sunglasses.
That checks out.
Yeah.
So what do we think, guys? What do we think? Do you like it?
I prefer the first one. I like the word dudes in the. I also like that you've gone from logo to completely rebranding everything that we do.
Well, it's just like, like when you get an idea and you just like, oh, I don't know if my idea works within what you guys have created. So let me throw out some other options, Yeah. So, okay. So I might smush the dogs with the food dudes. That's a note. Okay. So here's the third one. It's the show. I renamed the show Ryan and Neil Won't Kiss and Will Only Eat. and Ryan's got a huge butt. And Neil's got a real tiny butt.
That's accurate. That's I would say
sitting
that's
on
pretty.
a picnic table, picnic cloth.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that we're picnicking in this.
Yeah.
In this scenario, I got to say that might be my favorite.
Okay.
I'd say that's the number one currently.
Okay. So we're gonna put a pin in this one, and we're gonna really see what we can do. I've got two more. Is that okay?
Oh, you keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's one of my personal favorites. It's a walrus on a surfboard, and I've renamed your show. Did your school ban the Golden Compass with Ryan and Neil? And you talk about if your school really got upset about the Golden Compass being turned into a movie in the early 2000s. And the walrus has an eye patch for mysterious reasons, and it's a girl boss. So it's made a company based on empowering women.
Yeah,
sure.
And it's on a vacation with the surfboard. What do we think? Do we love it? Is this what the show's about now?
Ryan, go ahead.
I think Neil and I are like in that awkward area where like the Golden Compass wasn't really a thing when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Like we were maybe too old for the Golden Compass to be controversial.
Okay, well, my school got upset, so I'll scrap that one. All right, this is my final one. I think this one's really good too.
Future uncles on a roll student with John 3:16.
Yeah.
This would be a winner. I think this would be a winner.
Yeah, so it's an exercise gorilla, and
Oh, sure.
it's
What's going
future.
on? Yes.
Oh, that's his butt.
Oh.
But it also could be his balls. Who's to say?
Isn't it honor roll with 2 L's? Isn't it like
That's-
a?
I'm not here to spell, Ryan. I'm here to draw. I'm here to graphic design.
Great.
Okay.
Love it.
What do you think? He's really stressed out because he's like, will my niece or nephew work hard enough to be on the honor roll? I hope so.
So is this the uncle or the niece or nephew?
No, this is the uncle.
Oh, so that's one of us.
That's
Yeah.
both. That's both of you. You were a gorilla.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks for these. Maybe I want to marinate on all of these. Joanna, can we finish the pad
Okay, let me come up with some. Okay, so we love food dudes and we love the butts.
Maybe you can draw some pad thai and use that as like inspiration.
Okay.
Girl boss
Okay,
logo.
So speaking of butts and testicles, let's crush the nuts.
I see what she's on there.
So I have some peanuts in my little jar here, and I use the bottom of a spice jar. Is the easiest way to get in there,
Mm-hmm.
No.
and just fill them up. And you don't need them to be a powder. You just need a little something going on there. And when they are ready, we can start to plate them.
Right.
So in lieu of another cutting board, I'm just going to cut a few pieces of this cilantro on my plate. Don't judge. Okay. So to swirl up some of this delicious goo.
Mm-hmm.
My noodle is goo by now.
Oh, I see. This is where the chopsticks come in really handy.
Yeah, it helps you to make a nice little, get some altitude on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I like to use, since this is a no sprouts household, carrots give it a little color. You can put sprinkle some nuts around the whole dish, and some directly on top. And then the same thing with the cilantro.
I'm gonna have to cheat with a little noodle thing.
This is not looking good in this light. In person, it looks way better.
Oh, that might have been.
And put a little lemon wedge with garnish on the side.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I think I got a new one that combines all of my favorite things about the ideas.
Well, we're plating Katie's drawing. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks fabulous.
Thank you.
That looks really good, but not as good as what I just came up with.
Go ahead, Katie.
So I've renamed it Food Dudes, Dinner is a sexual treat sometimes with Ryan and Neil.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're both, and I kept the big butts thing because we love the butts. So
big
Ryan's got a big butt, Neil's got the tiny butt.
Right.
Ryan's holding a copy of the Fountainhead.
Uh-huh.
and you're sitting on a surfboard and on a picnic blanket. So you've got the adventure of surfing and the calmness of a picnic, and the sun's there, and they're enjoying all of this. What do you think?
Done. I think you've cracked it.
Nailed it.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Can we,
There we go. Thanks, Amanda. We
All
got.
right, can we have it so that everyone holds their plate up.
Yeah.
I mean,
There we are.
and this is where everyone finds out I did a bad job. So
Come on.
Ryan, just go for it.
Yay.
That's the food.
Yeah.
Great work. Great work, everybody.
We have to taste it.
good work. Now we have a new. All right, can we see the new show name again one more time? I just want to make sure I'm getting the name right.
Yeah,
Food Dudes, dinner is a sexual treat sometimes with Ryan and Neil.
Frigid is gonna love it when we say that we're changing everything.
Yeah.
Have this. We've gone from one unwieldy title to another.
Yeah.
And this will really grab them because they're like, what? What does that mean? What does it mean that dinner is a sexual treat sometimes? And either you can go all in or not touch it at all. That's the fun thing about art.
Mm.
What do you think?
Might look bad, but tastes good.
Good. That's what's important.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a plate for myself. Let's see. Ryan, can you lead us in a toast while I plate?
Oh,
Sure. Yeah. Here's to new adventures, both in cooking and in learning of shows and drawing of butts. And what can you really ask for more than butts and new adventures? So cheers, everyone, and cheers to you at home.
That's right.
Cheers.
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 The man behind you. I thought you should.
Oh, yeah, that's Rob.
Friend of the show, Rob. Hi, Rob.
Friend of the show, Rob.
I forgot, you did get name checked earlier.
Yeah.
Friend of the
She's
show.
great. I'm so proud of my lady here.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
Sometimes friendship is a sexual treat.
Oh,
Heard that too.
did you, Katie? Do you want us to Venmo you, or what's the best way to get
Yeah,
your
I think
payment?
you could Venmo me, and then I'll use it to pay my mortgage.
Great. No, that sounds very reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe like a beer. I'll buy a beer and then pay off my mortgage.
Right.
I'm very
that's the-
expensive.
All right. Well, Katie, thank you so much. Joanna, thanks so much for walking us through this. This is a lot of fun.
You did great. You guys are really great.
Thank
I'm
you.
really impressed.
We're not normally set up for this sort of thing at all, but you are, and you're a rock star at this. And I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So if you want Chef Joanna to teach you how to make pad thai in your own virtual home,
Or other things, I hope.
Please, anything.
Go to
Pad
the
Thai. I'm making a lot of pad thai and pot stickers for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
I do love pot stickers.
Okay, well, Wednesday.
Wednesday is pot stickers night. Yeah. Follow Joanna on Twitter. Joanna, we'll catch up with you and Katie in a couple minutes back in the green room. But for now, we'll see you in a few, and Ryan and I will close it out.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Friends. Well, Ryan, we did it.
We did it. I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna happen because I messed up several of the steps.
I also feel that I messed up several steps, but I think that's what learning is, especially when it comes to the kitchen.
Yeah. Special thanks to Frigid for letting us. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Marilyn.
Lovely audience.
Special thanks to Frigid for letting us do this. They're save our stages. Like they're normally a state. They have like 2 stages, I think, possibly more. I forget what Amanda said last time we talked to her. But they need your help because right now they're just doing this virtual stuff. So please donate to them. Tag us because it's then they'll see our value as a show.
That's right.
Beyond just entertainment.
Well, there's that. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with more guests, probably less cooking next time, but I can't promise anything because who knows what Ryan will do. Frigid says 2 physical stages, the Crane and Under St. Mark's.
Yes.
For that, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing those physical stages at some point when everybody can be safe and healthy again.
Yes,
So,
in the after times.
That's right. Ryan, always a lovely dinner party with you, my friend.
Yes. I just love these times together, and have a no. I won't see you before the holidays.
You'll see me between several holidays.
Yes. So if you celebrate Christmas, which you might, I don't want to push that narrative on anyone.
That's right. That's right. Folks, we'll see you December 27th. We'll be back here. We're already lining up some really dynamite guests who we enjoy. And follow us on Facebook to learn more. Follow Frigid New York on all the platforms, and you can check out their other stuff during the week too. It's not just us. There's other wonderful performers doing all sorts of stuff. So
yeah.
All right. Have a great night, folks.
All right. Good night, everybody.